already joined online. So before we even begin to hear what the sound is, I wish I had applauses to join my hands, but right here we have Niken Chuang. Woohoo! Hi, Niken.
Woo! Hello, I'm excited to be here. How are you doing, Delma?
I'm awesome. How about you? Who Niken is and everything about the new album that is making a stay put online. I want our listener
Okay.
to join us. Now, if you are wondering who is Niken Chuang, we are actually live on Facebook and YouTube right now. So just go to at Eagles FM Abuja, at Eagles FM Abuja on YouTube, and at Eagles FM Abuja on Facebook. Feel free to drop your comments and we will take all of them. So Niken, just stay put. We want, you know your songs, but then we want them to know
Yeah, I'm
that.
here.
So just
I
stay
want to
put.
listen to.
All right, awesome. So I'll be right back to you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so to you listening to us, this is Eagles 102.3 FM and powerful song. So, who is Nick Chuang?
An entrepreneur, a sociologist, and a husband of one wife.
I like that particular feather on the cap, and congratulations on your wedding one more time. How has been the journey? Tell us about your music journey. Like, where did the journey you being a musician? Where did it start from?
Okay, for me, it's been a really exciting journey, filled with the goods and the bads, the exciting moments, the low moments.
I can
But
imagine.
then God has helped me to understand that that's part of the journey.
Mm-hmm.
The people we admire from afar and the ones we really love and want to be like also have their own challenges as well. So it's been an adventure. I think in one word it would be an adventure, which has been filled with moments where I felt really good, moments that I felt really bad, either just because of life or because of people I've come across. Yeah, so it's been filled with that. There are times that I've had to balance school and music, and it wasn't so easy. And then there are times when I've contemplated even not doing music because,
That sounds
the
really
challenge
strange.
such as doing.
It sounds really
Sorry,
strange to
said?
me. I said it sounds really strange to hear Niken saying that. There are days that he
No, that's
considered.
behind the scenes, though.
Oh yes, because that's the whole you we know is we know the whole music part of you, and I'm not sure if we've seen
Yeah.
you. Are you really like an expressive person that will get to a point where I can't do this? Like we always see you all smiling and jolly all the time.
Well, for me, it's. I feel like being sympathetic and throwing tantrums around never gets the job done.
Exactly.
So, yeah, for me, most of the times it's people that are really close to me, my family, that know those moments. But I feel like it's not so relevant. But I basically just share about the challenges sometimes, just so that some people don't feel like they're doing something wrong
Mm-hmm.
or yeah, they're not making progress. I let them know that it's okay to feel discouraged sometimes. It's okay to do all of that, but then you have to remember the journey, you have to remember the purpose
Mm-hmm.
and why you started. Yeah, so I'm not so expressive about those things because I feel like there's no use. Yeah, but then I felt that, and it's especially due to the realities around this part of the world where you can be making like a whole lot of impact. You can be really popular and all of that, but then there's a level of value that you're still not accredited. There's a level of value that you're still not given regardless. So that can be challenging because you're all over the place and your account balance is reading red, for example.
Exactly. And
Yeah, that can be really discouraging.
let me connect it to a post you just made. I think was it yesterday or today on your Facebook page, talking about where
Okay.
sometimes you go for concerts and
Yeah.
after all the effort being put and then they're coming to whisper 2 minutes to your ears.
Yeah. No, those are some things that can be really discouraging
Mm-hmm.
because you you have a value that you know, and the people calling you also know as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's expected that there's mutual respect. If I respect you enough to come and be on your platform, then you should respect me enough to also give me quality time and to also give me an honorable treatment. So these are some of the challenges. Yes, it's God's work, but like I replied someone in the comments, I told him that God is an organized being.
That's right.
God is an honorable being. So if we're doing God's work, it's expected or it's supposed to be that we should be honorable in our dealings. Way is an honorable thing to
That's
do.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
But
but these are challenges that we face every day, though.
so how would you rate looking at gospel artists in or gospel music in Nigeria and looking at the secular counterparts where sometimes you see people that may perhaps, let me put it in my own words now, you started before them, you
Yeah.
put in a whole lot of work more than them, and you see them
Yeah.
in quote succeeding more than you are doing financially.
Yeah.
This is my definition, mine. So
Yeah.
you see that
Yeah.
they're living somewhat a more comfortable life. So you begin to
Yeah.
wonder what is the progress of gospel music in Nigeria? How will you rate it?
Well, I will say that this is an ever present. This has been an ever present challenge. Believers that are financially buoyant have still not come to a place of consciousness as to how they can actively support the ministry. And then that can really be challenging. The only thing that I believe for some of us God has done is helped us understand the bigger purpose of what we do.
Yeah.
Understanding that, the finance is, by the way, it's not the only blessing that comes with serving God. And then holding on to the testimonies that come as a result of what we do.
Oh, yes.
Holding on to the lives that are transformed as a result of what we do. I believe right now I have at least 2 testimonies of people that were at the verge of committing suicide, but God used my ministration.
Oh, wow.
Yes, God used my ministration to speak to their lives, and their stories are different. So you see, for some of us, God has helped us to see that bigger purpose. But regardless, every day I continue to remind as many people as I come across to understand that these blessings that we get from being a blessing to lives is beautiful, but it should not be limited to that as well.
Yeah.
Let's be conscious of the fact that there's no harm in being a blessing to a minister, material-wise. Yes,
That's right.
Abraham's blessing that we say is ours. Abraham was like one of the richest people in his generation.
Exactly.
I think, some people have attributed Christianity to lack. Like, if you want to be a believer, you should not be living a flamboyant life, or you should not have certain level of wealth. But when we go into the Bible, which is our manual, we will see that there are people that were called by God and were living comfortable lives. So I believe that we need more financially buoyant Christians to understand that being a blessing to ministers, it's not a crime for a music minister to be blessed and to have a comfortable life. And it's not a crime for you to be the channel, because everybody is saying, God bless you, God bless you. God will not come down and bless you.
Exactly.
God will use channels that are around you. You that is saying, God bless you, if you have something that can be of blessing and improve the life of this person, by all means, do not withhold it.
There was a question I asked somebody that came on this platform, and I said, does all his songs, are they recorded for free in the studios? And I would like to ask you the same.
No, nobody accepts God bless you for producing a song.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Now let's talk about you. I follow you on social media. You travel a lot, especially like you travel a lot. Nick and Chuang, do you have time for your life and your wife?
Sorry, do I have
time for your life and your wife?
Oh, yes. I believe what God has helped me to do is to fuse these things together.
Okay.
It will shock you that sometimes as I'm on my way to a program, say in Abuja, on transit, I'm selling 20, 30, 40, 50 bottles of yogurt.
In fact, and you're going to talk about that with us, looking at you as a gospel artist and an entrepreneur.
Yeah, so as I'm traveling, I'm doing that.
Yes.
And then as many times as I can afford to, I travel with my wife.
Okay.
So we're still bonding as we're traveling.
Exactly.
So God has helped me to be able to find a balance to all these 3 things. And then even on my platform, I don't just limit my platform to just music. I believe if you will know me as Niken Chuang, you should know me with the music, you should know me with the business, you should know me with my wife. So I display all three everywhere and at all times. And I believe that is like a very balanced way to go about it, so that you don't forget one behind, because there's a high temptation to be carried away by one that you forget another. Yeah, and by the way, my wife helped me with this setup that we're currently speaking. I ensure that I carry her along with everything I do. I've always believed that our life should be holistic. So there should be no part you're keeping aside or you're allowing to suffer. There should be a way to carry them. And then I believe God has said He has given us all we need for life and godliness. So it means whatever it is that is within the will of God that is in your life, God has given you the ability to carry all along.
That's right.
Except you don't ask Him for grace, or you're not in sync with Him on how to go about it.
And side note, this is a side note. I love the way you and your wife, you relate like your pals, like your friends. And it's a subtle way of passing a very powerful message to couples out there. So I admire and respect that about you both.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, so we'll go back to some of your songs, and so that our listener will follow on what we're doing here. And we're still going to talk about the new album. I'm so particular about that. And you've been doing some crazy things, shooting the videos. We'll talk about all of that, but then just hold on. And it is still Gospel on the Spot on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and I'm talking with the sensational Niken Chuang. This is his song that he did. Is it truly your grandma that did the prayer at the beginning of your song, Adua?
Yes, my grandma did, yes. My maternal.
Oh, wow. All right, so I'm going to play that song and another song. Then I'm saving the songs from the new album, and we'll talk about it much later, so just stay. All right, so it is still Eagles 102.3 FM. This is a song done by Niken Chuang, and it's titled Adua, and the beginning of the song is so heartwarming, started by his grandma, a prayer, and then we'll play another song by him as well. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Kullum mala'ikunka su yi mana tsaro suna fifita, ka kewaye mu da shangenka mai tsarki da ‘ya'yana da jikokina har ta taba kunne, ka sa musu
proper planning for a team. Yeah, because some songs really need an Percy Paul on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's a project that took 5 years to put together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's basically like the title Focus. The basic concept around the project is putting people's focus back to Jesus, pointing people back to Jesus, because there are many things that have entered into religion that are gradually taking our attentions and our focus. People, the only reason they want Jesus is because of money. So it means the second that they have the money, they can say bye-bye to Jesus. There are people that are just coming to Jesus for healing. The moment they're healed, bye-bye to Jesus. So for me, there was a need to reawaken our consciousness to the fact that even if you don't get these things, Jesus is enough. And when you focus on Him, when you have Him, you have everything.
That's right.
He gives you peace in the midst of the storm. He gives you joy even in sorrow. Everything is found in Jesus. So the album seeks to focus people back to Jesus. That's why even the album art, when you see it, it doesn't have my face on it. I asked the graphic guy to just do something really unique, and he put the crown of thorns. That's the crown that Jesus wore on the cross. That's the major concept behind the album Focus.
So let's look at your fusion of usually, like the song playing at the background, there's always this feel, the African feel to your albums. Is it the same thing with the focus?
In the instrumentation, but then it still does in the language.
Okay.
I was really led to do a couple of songs with Hausa in it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you'll still find a flair of the culture in some of the instrumentation of the album.
Mm.
And for me, I believe it goes to give out my identity.
Mm.
I cannot do the white man stuff better than the white man.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, so I feel that's a mistake to do. So for me, I just want my music to be an expression of all that I am,
Mm-hmm.
all that I'm exposed to, and all that I believe in.
Mm. All right. So before I let you go, and I just play your songs back to back, there are a whole lot of young people who want to be like Niken Chuang. You are an inspiration. When we posted the flyer for this, like I read some of the comments, and I was touched that there are a whole lot of. How does it feel? Having, and some are within your age group and they still look up to you. How does it feel? And you're such a humble personality. I've never, had that thing that people are trying to get autograph and Niken is not giving and all of that. How does it feel to still remain this humble you, having making such impact?
Well, for me, it's a consciousness that all that we are and all that we will ever be is from God.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
When you understand that, then you know that you're not the one in the power
Mm-hmm.
to put yourself where it has strongly played a great role in you. It has a way of keeping you focused. Because the crazy thing is sometimes it's not even the person that wants to be pompous or anything. It's people around them.
Absolutely.
Like somebody was telling me that if I were you, I would not be doing these kind of things. I said it helps you not to abuse it. And to know that just as people probably need you or want to associate with you, at one point with who God has created you to be. And for me, it's been beautiful because regardless of the season,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have anything to be ashamed of.
That's right.
Even if things don't go like you want them to or anything, you're still fine and you're still cool with everyone. So I think it's the best way to go, actually.
So talk to the young people listening to you right now. What is that message that Niken has for young people, that has for people who aspire to just make an impact? Maybe not musically. You're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So we're talking in general terms now. There are young people who just want to make an impact, but it's kind of tough with the environment and the society. What is your message to them?
Well, I'm a great advocate of being productive
Mm-hmm.
and being creative. I think one of the things that limits a lot of young people is wanting to be the copy and paste version of another person. You want to use the exact techniques, you want to use the exact voice, you want to use everything, and you can never be a better version of an original.
That's
You'll
right.
always be the second of it or the third of it. So I always implore people to dig deep within them and within the Word of God, yes, so that helps us to see ourselves in an identity that God has created us to.
Mm-hmm.
So stop trying too hard to be like people. Like people, appreciate. You need to understand that. And when you understand that, you will see yourself working in the purpose that God has created you for.
Mm-hmm.
So I want God will help you to bring forth all that is placed within you.
So as at Kaswa now, let's go back to Kaswanchi. Which
Oh, this is
yes, they already so you are an entrepreneur doing this business, and where did it come from? Like, why yogurt? Like, of all the things. Niken, are you there? Network. So what we will do is, reasons why I had to invite Niken to join us. So as soon as he joins us, he's going to just respond to two more questions for us, and we're done. But if you have any question for Niken, you can go to his. Let me just go to the songs and play the songs for you. And I want to play this one, which is Speak the Word. He did it with Panam Percy Paul, Dr. Panam Percy Paul, the world famous. I'm so glad this combination is like that we have you back.
Thank you, Ma. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can. So we were looking
Hello.
at, so what was the idea or the inspiration behind having this yogurt? You seem to be creative about it. You're doing something about it that a lot of companies are not doing. So what was the inspiration behind being?
Well, first of all, I really love yogurt.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So yes, plenty of my money has gone to yogurt people. When you want to take it. It takes a lot of hours. So when you're craving for it, you just have to take whatever is available.
Mm-hmm.
So I think over the years, the whole idea kept building. What if this were a consistent business that you could have whenever you want to take it. And I believe that just like I enjoyed what she made, there will be lots of people that will also enjoy it. So it kept on lingering for a while until after NYSC help everywhere, every day.
Wow.
I feel that's really, really degrading to what you do. Regardless of how valuable what you do is, when you're too desperate about it and when it's like begging up and down, it gets devalued. So I've always wanted something to do, and I still wanted something I could do and fuse with the music. So over time, I've been doing one business or another. There was a time I sold shoes. My entrepreneurial spirit started from when I was very young. I started selling pure water
Oh,
in
wow.
my father's house. Yes. So, but I've always wanted to do something that could financially liberate myself. So realizing finally after NYSC, it just hit me that, oh, wait, you've been sitting on a gold mine. What if you could take this product, fine tune it, create your unique recipe, and just put it out there and leverage on the visibility you already have through music. Yeah. So that was how it started.
I like that idea so much, using the music influence to sell the product. I like that.
Yeah, leveraging on it. Yes. So I just started. It started like a joke. I posted on Facebook, who is in Jos and loves really creamy yogurts, and then I got some comments. People should not underestimate social media.
Yeah.
So here's what's going to happen. You pay for the product and then you get a free delivery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I started as basic as that. And God has been faithful. Right now we're at over 46,000 bottles sold.
Are you serious?
In 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
This is
and
amazing.
we're growing gradually, but God is really faithful. And we're trusting Him for so much more. Like I said earlier on, everyone has something unique and special that God has given them.
That's right.
But it's all about being conscious. Sometimes we're so busy that we don't even hear the voice of God. We don't even think about our lives and what lies in our lives that people are begging for or looking for. I believe virtually everyone actually has something that someone wants. If it's not in the finished version, it's in a raw version that you can finish. Like for us, we found a way to get a recipe for the product. So it used to be like trial and error. You could not get a consistent result, but we were able to work on that. And by God's grace, we're here.
I'm so glad, and we're so honored to have you. And let me just pick this call, and if we can just pick a few before you leave. Hello, good morning. Hello. Are you there? Okay, so call me back if you have. I can just maybe pick a few calls if you have kind words to give to Niken, or you have a question. 090-8766-8888. That is 090-8766-8888. And we can also get your calls on 090-7353-0044. That is 090-7353-0044. So we don't have much time. So if you want, okay, so this is the right time to call. Okay, call me back 090-8766-8888. 090-8766-8888. And also 090-7353-0044. If we can get the calls now, it will really help us. Please, we're not taking text messages, so you have to just call, okay? All right, so before we let you go, and I hope that the calls will come before you leave, because if he leaves, I won't be able to respond to it. Now, looking at... okay, so let me pick this. Hello? Hello? Are you there? All right, if the network is not too clear, yes, I don't know what the problem is, but you can try 090-8766-8888. That is 090-8766-8888. Hello, good morning. Keep saying that. Richard forgets. Okay, go ahead. This is so amazing. Oh. Thank you so much.
Sir?
Interview. I really appreciate Niken because he's actually been a lot.
That's right.
Uh,
Oh, wow. And I'm so happy that you are listening.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Thank you so much to you too
Welcome,
for
sir.
listening. Yeah, and that's one thing about you. There's always an inspiration when you speak and all of that, and we bless the name of the Lord. All right, so I can take one more phone call: 090-7353-0044, 090-7353-0044, or 090-8766-8888. Good morning. Hi, who are we speaking with? To find a way, Nelson.
Yes, sir.
How can we reach you?
Okay, yeah. I've made it really easy. It's the same everywhere. Niken is Neken everywhere.
Okay.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even the website, nikenchuang.com.
Okay.
So it's consistent everywhere.
Okay. And maybe you
Absolutely. Absolutely. To work
And-
something out.
And thank you so much for taking our time. We don't take it for granted, and we are so glad that you created time for this. Thank you so much, Niken.
Pleasure is mine. Thank you so much
And
for
we wish
having
you
me.
all the best with the Focus album. We look forward to the release, and we'll be so glad to have
Thank
it
you,
in